Everyone, and welcome back to This Is Me, I Am Marilyn podcast. And I know it's been a while, but I have been on my healing journey as of late. I was recently in Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. And as you know, Atlanta is always a place for reset for me. I lived there for about 3 years. And after I had made the decision to cancel my We Too brunch event, which was very difficult for me because I really wanted to host it, but so many things have just been happening. Like the people are peopling. Things have just felt like so out of alignment that I just needed a moment for myself to just reset and just step away from New York. I had stated recently, like, New York tends to create this fast-paced environment, so much so that you get to a point where you don't even know what you're running from. And the South just always calms me. So it was just a great place for me to just go and reset and gather my thoughts and reevaluate. So when I first landed in Atlanta, all right, so let me tell you what happened. I am like trying to save. I will admit I am not the best at saving money, and that is just what I'm focused on now. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to rent a car, but I'm going to pick the mystery car. So a mystery car, you just don't know what you're getting. So when I get to, the rental desk, she's like, oh, you're going to get a pickup. And I'm like, oh, I'm thinking it's like, one of those like rinky, whatever, like real country two-door pickups. But it turned out to be the Jeep Wrangler pickup trucks, which I am obsessed with. It just set off my weekend. I took off the top and I just let like the wind and the hot Atlanta sun hit my face. It was just perfect. So anyways, my sister and I, we drove about an hour and a half outside of the city. Because if you know Atlanta, Stone Mountain is like a staple, but I've done it so many times. She's like, Stone Mountain is played out. Like, let's just go somewhere else. And we did. We drove an hour and a half outside of the city, and it was just amazing. It was like this little trail. It's about a mile and a half, and it has like a few waterfalls that you're not able to get to. But my sister was on a mission to get wet in the waterfall. But anyways, the point is that when I got to the waterfall, when I got to the top and I went to take out my phone to go take a picture, a small little butterfly was just like circling me. And at first I thought it was a bug. I'm like, what is this? And I'm looking up the meaning of a butterfly. And it was in a small little butterfly circled me, and it got to the point where I landed on my phone, and it just stood there for a few seconds. And I had to look up what the meaning of a purple butterfly meant. And the point of the story is as of late, I've been on my healing journey, on my reevaluation, in my shedding season. And you all know, like, I've had a very difficult last year, couple years rather. And I am at a place where I'm just so comfortable with all of the decisions that I've made for myself in my life. I am curating the life that I want to live for myself. And what was happening as of late is like the closest people to me were guilting me for making the decisions that served me. And it was just a reminder to me, like, this is my life. It may not have been the path that somebody else wanted for me or, would have liked to have chosen for me, but it's not their life to live. So when I got to the top of the waterfall, purple butterfly meaning, it was a purple butterfly. And let me just read to you what the meaning of a purple butterfly is. A purple butterfly represents that change along with the inner strength and grace you'll need to achieve the transformation. Hold on. No, that's not the one that I wanted to read. It was like the spiritual one. One moment, please. Okay, so a purple butterfly can signify transformation, comfort, hope, rebirth, represent power. The color purple itself can represent power, spirituality, and enlightenment. So God is always giving us signs whenever you're doubting yourself, whenever you're not sure if the path that you're choosing for yourself is the right one. Just ask and you shall receive. I am so transparent about my story and all that I have gone through because I want to be that person wherein you're able to turn to and be like, man, Marilyn came from so much, but I'm telling you guys, if you just leave faith and fear, do not go hand in hand. And if you leave all of your worries to God, and if you ask Him everything that you want, everything that you manifest, everything that you envision for yourself, it will happen. So for me, it was the biggest decision. I did not want to cancel my Week 2 event, but as I expressed in my video, if you guys follow me on social media, it's on YouTube and Instagram and on TikTok. I am such a realist and I'm not a fake person, and I just do not give fake energy out there. And the last thing I was going to do was host an empowerment event. I'm all about energy. I'm all about positive vibes. And I'm just not going to put that negative energy out there because I needed a moment to reflect on myself and ask myself, what is happening? What's happening, God? God will have His way of making you sit down in order for you to be quiet. That way you're able to hear Him. And that is what's been happening to me as of late. And I just feel amazing. There's so much clarity. I had a wonderful day with the kids yesterday. And excuse me, when I say wonderful, it was wonderful because I had all 4 kids under one roof. It doesn't happen so often. You know, Brendan's has his own life. Caden's a teenager, and Roman Rain, obviously. So it was wonderful to have all the children. But if you go to my YouTube, you'll see how chaotic it was. But my moment of silence these days is just a reflection on how blessed I am and how fortunate I am that I was able to birth these 4 beautiful creatures. And every day that I wake up is just always gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So if you find yourself where you just don't know where you're headed, where you just don't know what's next in your life, just take a moment of silence, sit back and look at what you have already. Gratitude, appreciation will always, always continue to reward you with things that you least expect. So that is just my message today. If you need a moment to yourself to find your healing journey, do whatever it is that fulfills you, because we only have one life to live. Thank you. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, and if you feel like this podcast can help someone, I encourage you to share it with others. And as always, I will talk to you soon.